Hey guys, what's up? I'm so glad to be back with you. It's been a good while. Today we're gonna learn how to play your first song, and I'm really excited. Let's get right into it. So this first song is just three chords: G, D, C at 9. This actually uses a lot of music. You don't need to know what this means yet, but this is 1, 5, 4. Really simple pattern. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you. What you're gonna be able to play at the end of this video. Something like that. So let's go ahead and start learning chords, and then we'll learn how to put the chords in the right place, and maybe the names of chords, all stuff like that. Alright, so this first chord is called a G chord, and the G chord is one of the most used chords in guitar ever. It's a really, really good chord to know. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your middle finger and put it on the 3rd fret. These things are called frets, these little things. So 1, 2, 3 of the thickest string, the one closest to you. That's called the E string. Well, let's call it the 6th string because that's easier. So the strings in order will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, counting up from here being 1, here being 6. So on the 6th string, you're going to put your middle finger on the 3rd fret. That's actually a G note. Okay, on this 5th string, the second one closest to you, we're going to put your first finger on the 2nd fret, right here. So, that's your first one, that's your second one. Okay? Now, we're going to put your 3rd finger, with these two fingers being in the same place, on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So this is the 2nd thinnest string, the 2nd farthest away from you. It should sound like this. So let's go ahead and try to put all those together. That is technically a G chord. The one we're going to be playing, just because it's easier, we're also going to put our pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Some just fell in my room. So that's that first one, second one, 3rd. Okay, now this may be really hard for you if you're starting out, especially because it's hard to press your fingers down on these notes. Totally get that. To help that, and this helps a lot with the buzzing, you may be playing it sounds like this or something like that. That's fine. What you want to do is put your finger as close to this bar, which is called a fret, right here as possible without being on top of it. So not like here, but right before you get on top of it. Do that with all your fingers, where you're almost touching it, but you're not. Okay? So let's play that for 4 bars. Count of bars because I actually forgot to count, but that's fine. Something like that. So if you can play that, you're doing great. If not, that's fine. It's kind of hard to learn, and pick up. So if you need to, pause the video, do whatever you need to do. Now we're gonna move on to the D chord. The D chord is the 2nd chord we were playing. Okay. So for this chord, it's very, very important you don't play these two thicker strings. If you have to, well, I don't want to tell you to do that, but some people mute these strings. So if they touch, it doesn't hear, but you can still hear it buzz. And that's not too appealing. But to play this chord, the only strings we play are the thinnest 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So to play this chord, we play this string open. This one right here, the 4th string. That just means we're not putting any fingers on the string, we're just letting it ring out, and that's a good thing, because it makes it a lot easier. Okay? Now for the second one, we put our first finger on the 2nd fret of the 3 string. Should sound something like that. Again, if it's buzzing, make sure you've got your fingers close to this fret as possible without being on top of it. Now for the third note in this, we're going to put our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Should sound like that. Maybe buzzing a little bit, that's fine, you'll get the hang of it. Now really we could play this like that, but you know, here it gives it a different kind of bluegrass sound. I like that, but you know, it depends on the song. Our 4th, yeah, I can't count today. And final note, we're going to put our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the thinnest string, the 1 string. Should sound like this. So the whole chord, play along with me so you can hear it match up. Alright, if you can play that, awesome. You can play 2 chords now. Really, you could just do that forever and you played a song. But let's add another chord in there to give it a little flavor. This next chord is a C add 9 chord, which goes really well in the key of G. We'll not get into specifics of why it's called C add 9, but just know it's pretty and it works usually when you're playing a G chord, at least in the key of G. So remember what we did for this, where we did the G chord, okay? All you're gonna do is move, you keep these fingers here, and this is why I want to have both fingers here, because it really adds to it. You can kind of pivot. You keep these 2 fingers here, and these 2 fingers keep their same positions except on these 2 strings. So instead of the 3 and the 2 on the 2 thickest, it's the 3 and the 2 on the 5 and the 4. So G is 6, 5. This is 5, 4. So middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 5 string, which is the 2nd thickest. And 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And we keep these 2 fingers right where they were in this 1st chord. And we don't play this note right here. So only these 5 strings. So, excuse me. There we go. We let this middle string ring out. So can you play that? If you can, awesome. If not, pause the video. Take a little time. You know, these things take time. You're learning a whole new instrument. That's awesome. Good for you. Good job. Keep going. Keep it up. All right. So you saw me do before. I went G, D, C add 9, C add 9. Sort of like. Yeah, something like that. We're going to go 1 bar, is what we're calling that, of G, 1 bar of D, and then 2 bars of C. That's all that is. It's not too hard. Strum patterns, though. We got to get into strum patterns. Sorry. For the strum pattern, what we're going to do is, let's make it simple. You could just do all downstrokes, but that doesn't sound good. That's not, I mean, it's a song, but it's not music, man. It's not music. It doesn't feel. We want to have feel. So what we're going to do is down, up, down, up, down, up. So when you hold this G chord, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And we're going to do that for the D as well. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. And one more time because it's 2 bars. Down, up, and then back into G. I want to end it. So can you play that with me? The down, up. If you can do that, and you can make all these chords, G, D, you just learned your song. Now do you want to play together really slowly? So start, we're going to go G, D, C add 9 twice, okay? Could you play that? Was that too fast? We can try it one more time. Slow. Down, up, 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 down, up. Could you play that? If you could play that, you just learned your first song, and I'm so proud of you. These chords, please remember them. Remember the names of them so you can see them when you're reading music. Really good. We're going to play through this one more time in real time, full speed, and you can play along with me in practice, and it's going to be really, really good. Okay? We're going to do it regular speed. You played your first song. I am so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope you got something out of this. Let me know if I was too fast, too slow, anything like that. You gotta, it's good. It's really good. Thank you so much. Bye.